This is William Richardson, the original money doctor, the voice of reason, with your financial checkup and question of the day. Here with Esther again, my daughter. Esther, how you doing?
Hi, Dad. I'm great. How are you today?
You know, I'm doing awesome. It's a great day today. Attitude is everything, right?
Right.
Great. So tell us, what's the question of the day?
The question of the day comes from emails, messages, callers, and personal contact. Today's question is, what is the side fund you talk about?
The side fund. Never heard that before. What is a side fund?
Isn't it where you keep the safe money, Dad?
Of course it is. Right. We always talk about the side fund, and that's where the safe money goes, and we'll get right into that. I'm glad you've been listening. Okay, the side fund, the safe money. Exactly, Esther. That is where we keep the money. It is nice to know that someone's been listening, right? What do we do with the side fund? You know, the side fund is the foundation. It's the principle of everything that we do with encompassing where the money goes and how we're going to protect it. So we have to have a safe place where we're putting that 10%. That's our sacred money, the money that we're growing for our family. We can't lose it under any circumstances. We need it to fund college. We need it to fund retirement, to pay off the house in the future if we choose to. Because we always want to have choice and control, liquidity, fair rate of return. So our side fund has to give us a lot of different options that we talk about, and everyone is free to listen and read those 6 rules, those 6 principles that I have. And you probably can cite it now, but where do you go to find that? They're in the World Economic Report at moneydoctoradvisor.com. So we're always looking at, do we have safety of principle? If something happens in the market today, the market drops 50%, what's going to happen with your money? Where are you going to be at tomorrow? Crying, stress, worried? If you have it in my side fund, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to be unhappy unless we don't have a United States anymore, because that's really what's going to take place for you to lose your money when you have it with a properly secured retirement vehicle that's inside a life insurance contract. You really need our country to dissolve before you're going to lose those assets the way it's set up. And if you look back in the Great Depression, you know, who bailed out the banks? Who bailed out the government in that situation? It really came back to the life insurance companies that did that. So if we can count on them to protect our house, to protect our car, to protect our stuff, if the banking industry falls back on protection of insurance, even though their assets are actually broke because the way it's funded, why can't we do that for our cash? We can. And we do that in a properly structured life insurance contract that is a vehicle that allows us to put our money in and allow that money to grow in a tax-free environment. So actually it's growing tax-deferred, but we're able to collateralize it and pull it out in a proper way with the being tax-free, which means it doesn't show up on our taxes, on our tax return. And what benefits does that give to us? It actually gives us tremendous different benefits. For the average American family that doesn't have these type of benefits, where's the most pain come if you have children and you want them to go to college? Is actually funding college. If you've done well for yourself, you may not qualify for all the government aids that are available to you simply because of the asset classes where you have your money. So if your money's in stocks and bonds and cash, that really goes against you. If you can reposition some of that money today or in the future, and it makes sense for you to pay the taxes today versus tomorrow, and also you want the benefit that goes along to have your retirement account self-completing if you pass away prematurely, because no one's getting out alive. Then if you make the decision today, that money continue to grow for you. If your kids make a decision where they decide not to go to a long-term college, they want to go to a 2-year college and get a quick degree and actually go to work right away. In other situations where you put your money away, you have less flexibility. So if your side fund can give you complete choice and control of where your money goes, how you're using it, fair rate of return, when you want to use it, how you want to use it, and give you all the upside potential to have an opportunity to gain some of the money that is happening in the market with none of the downside risk. Is that something that you want to look at to put your money in a particular side fund? So when we're looking at the side fund, we're looking at really our 10 to 20% of money we want to put away. It could be more. When you're looking at, do you have 10% at risk, 20%, 30%? Do you have 5% in gold? And do you have some money in diversified currencies? Where's your risk levels? And that's something you need to sit down with your planner, with your advisor, with your tax attorney, whoever is on your team to help you make those decisions. Hopefully you're not doing it by yourself. And come to the conclusion of how much money can you have at risk, your safe money. So when we're talking about the side fund, it's really our safe money. It's very, very simple. That money cannot be in a vehicle that has any risk level to it. It has to be backed by insurance, in a contract, and a guaranteed a return if something happens to you. That money is there for your family, and your complete retirement program that's in this side fund is self-completing. Also, what happens if you have some situation where there is a lawsuit? We're in a situation where everyone feels that for any reason at all, they can turn around and sue you. So if your side fund at the same time actually protects your money from lawsuit, gives you a fair rate of return, protects it from the risk of the market, protects you from inflation because you are getting that fair rate of return, allows you to collateralize the money, to borrow from it, so you keep the compounding interest going, the triple compounding. We keep adding these different benefits. Now, can you go and get these separate benefits from other asset classes one at a time? You can. Can you have them all in one particular asset class? If you can find something different than a properly structured life insurance contract that is designed in the way that I'm talking about, that can do all of this, and it's not tied to this particular situation, I'd like to know about it because I haven't found it. This is the only place that I've found that you can have your money guaranteed and protected with upside protection, downside risk, being able to collateralize the money, having your retirement program, being able to self-complete, taking care of your family, and not having stress and not worrying day after day what is happening. So we also like to look at our health situation. How are you feeling today? How is your health? Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been eating correctly? Now, what does that have to do with the side fund? It actually has everything to do with the side fund. Because if you're going to spend 20, 40 years building up a side fund so you can have 20 to 30 years in retirement and living well and actually doing quite better than you did when you weren't in retirement, do you want all that money in the first 10 years of retirement to go into taking care of your health because you didn't take care of yourself? So you want to always go back to the 10-10-80% rule, what true wealth means to you, how you're living, what you're doing, what you're eating, exercising. Because today we do a lot of sitting on our down, right? A lot of sitting on our butt. I guess we can say that over the air, right? I think it's okay. So we sit a lot, and we need to actually get out and move and exercise and get our blood pumping. And that's a great thing to do, to think about the future and where we're putting our money, and not just, are we talking about return? Are we talking about rate? Are we talking about taxes? Because if you spend all your time just worrying about what the rate of return is, getting the highest rate of return, not focusing on risk and what's going to happen when the market does crash, what's going to happen when you take the money out of that account, are you going to pay 30% tax, 50% tax, up to 85% tax? That's a big thing you need to consider on your side fund. So let's real quick do a final wrap up on this particular subject. Is what is the side fund? So the side fund that we use in most cases is tied to a properly function life insurance contract that is tied back to funding. So we're focusing on living benefits that has the benefit of a death benefit. But we always focus on the living benefit with taxes, control, liquidity, fair rate of return. And the life insurance industry does not lend your money out like the banks do. The life insurance industry has 5 pillars of safety built into its system, which no other industry can match. And finally, the life insurance industry reinsures its own business, a tremendous additional source of safety. And with that said, keep your money safe until we meet again.
This is Esther Richardson, and you're listening to The Original Money Doctor with the financial checkup of the day. Ask about our educational, private, and public online seminars, video series, and live broadcasting events. Visit the event calendar at moneydoctoradvisor.com.
Living with purpose and real intent. If you're as concerned as I am, and you're not the type to sit around and wait for something to happen, there's something you can do. A special gift invitation. How to get growth, protection, and income for your money. Send a request for a special promo code to watch this new online video training series absolutely free in the comfort of your home or office. You will learn how hardworking American families protect and control their retirement money and never expose it to stock market risk or massive taxation. Watch this free video series and learn the rules. Send requests to info@citizensfinancialsecurity.com. That's info@citizensfinancialsecurity.com to view video online. Video series is shared as a public benefit for enlightenment.
You've been listening to The Original Money Doctor, inspiring you to rise above it all and plan ahead with guaranteed success. William F. Richardson is The Original Money Doctor. Tune in next week, same time, same channel, 105.5.